Hey, welcome to the Follow Through. I'm Pastor Fred. Great to have you with us. All this week, we're going to be talking about peace and really what it means. We really need this for our hearts, for our lives. And today we're going to talk about Jesus stilling the storm. And this is from Mark chapter 4. It's really verses 35 to 41, but we're going to really focus on just what he says to the wind and to the sea in verse 39. Because it's one thing that we all experience, it's storms. Now, you might live in California, Southern California. There's not too many, but there's still storms. Even though we live here on the East Coast, all different seasons, but still storms. Now, the storms are all different, and what a good connection that is with our lives. A great way to look at it. That all of us, different places, different things going on in our lives, but we still have storms. They may be bigger for some, smaller for others. They might look different. They might be, some are really deadly and others maybe not as much, but there's still storms. It's still stuff we have to deal with. And for almost all of us, the reaction is the same, right? It's fear, right? Am I going to be able to make it? And so God comes to us and says, hey, I want to give you peace. And peace, when you hear the word peace in the Bible, typically it's different than how we normally would look at it. Peace, our version of peace, involves an absence of conflict, a kind of a stopping of the fighting, of the yelling, of the noise, and so it's kind of like more in the negative. Whereas peace, as Jesus uses it and as the Bible uses it, is more of a positive, like something that God gives to us. And how cool is that? And so he is going to do something. And again, it's going to seem like it's our version as Jesus stills the storm, but there's a peace that these people experienced that is something God gave to them, right? So let's look right at it. Mark 4:39, Jesus awoke. He was down in the stern, asleep on a pillow, right? Everything was breaking loose. It was crazy. There was this big storm. They all thought they were going to drown, and they couldn't understand why Jesus was just asleep. Like, how can you sleep? We're going to drown here. What's going on? And he gets up and he says to the wind, he rebukes it. He rebukes the wind. He silences the wind. He has a problem with the wind and the sea. And he says, peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was this great calm. And I love the reaction of everybody on the boat. It says that they were filled with great fear. And they said to one another, who is this that even the wind and the sea obey him? See, Jesus showed them who he was. He didn't just take away the problem. Not at all. In fact, he was there to say, like when the storm is raging, and especially when the storm is raging, we can know that he's there. And that he is in control of that storm. Even the greatest storm, the most deadly of storms, right? When we have to even face death itself, he's got us. He has defeated sin. He's defeated death. He's defeated anything that would keep us from God, anything that would keep us away from having peace in our hearts. Because peace is God making us whole again. Peace is God reminding us again that we are his, that we are loved by him, no matter what storm is raging. He's holding you. He's holding me. He's got us. So I pray that as we get ready for Christmas, that we do that. Now, during these Advent devotions, we are looking at songs, and this is a great Christmas song. In fact, our Wednesday night messages are based on O Little Town of Bethlehem. So in the description is going to be a link. You may have to, when you look at this video, there might be a little, under the description, a little thing that says more. You have to click that, and I think almost every time that video link is going to be in there in that little extra bit of information. So you got that little YouTube tip for you. Click on that. It's Jeremy Camp doing a great version of A Little Town of Bethlehem, and just let those words sink in as God comes to us, as he is the culmination of all the hopes and fears of God's people throughout the years are met, as the song says, in him tonight. So check out that song, check out the passage again, and just continue to look at Jesus as he stills the storms in our lives. All right, we'll talk to you next time.